Hello, it's Bendro, and as of today, March 12th, 2024, Tribes 3 Rivals has released on Steam in early access. And today's mission is very simple. We're just gonna get our first impressions of this game. I have been waiting for this game for years, so I am super excited to dive right in. Alright, so this is my very first game. I don't really know what's going on, but I used to play Tribes of Sin back in the day, which that was released back in 2011, 2012, I believe, but that game is a certified hood classic. So now you might be looking at this gameplay and going, what is going on? You know, there's people flying around everywhere. Yeah, that's Tribes. It's just a bunch of jetpacks. It's a bunch of, whoa, a bunch of lag. It's a bunch of jetpacks. It's a bunch of skiing. That's what it's called. We ski around these mountains. And it's all about keeping your momentum and shooting other people that also have momentum. So it's a lot of physics involved in this game. Now, Tribes 3, this game is in early access. Again, it just released March 12th, 2024. But Tribes itself as a series has been around for decades at this point. It's been around since the 90s and was highly influential back in the day. Now, in my opinion, I honestly find the Tribes series to be one of the most underrated sci-fi series, just FPS series in general. One of the most underrated of all time. It's got beautiful graphics and a beautiful art style. All the games have a great art style, and the weapons are super cool. The game is completely unique. I mean, look at this. Like, I don't know of any other game that is quite like this. And it all just adds up to being something that you really won't find in any other shooter. Just the speed, the graphics, the art design, everything. Tribes itself focuses primarily on one thing, and that is capture the flag. This game is fantastic for capture the flag. It always has been, and that is by far the main game mode. In certain games, you got iconic game modes. You know, deathmatch is always an iconic game mode. Gun game is an iconic game mode, you know, in Call of Duty. But when it comes to Tribes, the capture the flag is by far the biggest game mode available. Capture the flag never got boring in Tribes. I'm not a huge fan of the game mode in general in games such as like Call of Duty, but in Tribes they know how to do it. So as of right now, Tribes 3 is currently a PC only game. There are no console ports just yet. However, they have said that in the future that might be a thing, and crossplay might even become a thing, which would be extremely cool. Now, Tribes 3 Rivals is a sequel. Whoa, that was a pretty good shot. It is a sequel to the one, the only, Tribes Ascend, which is one of my favorite multiplayer games ever, really. I used to play that all the time back in high school. Never got bored of it, and I'd probably still be playing it if the game still had players. And speaking of Tribes Ascend, we are actually in a map that was from Tribes Ascend, Katabatic, which is one of my favorite Tribes maps, period. I love this map. Oh. So yeah, one of the just best parts of this game is just all the crazy shots that you hit.
Nice.
Kind of like that one. I wasn't actually expecting to hit that. But this game's all about just trying to land crazy shots in midair. It's a ton of fun. Most of the weapons are projectile based, so you have to lead all your shots, which just lends to kind of the insanity of everybody going, you know, 150 miles an hour. So in Tribes, if you hit R and you don't have any, you don't have anything to reload, you taunt people, which is pretty awesome. I like that. Just kind of throw your gun around, spin it. I like guns that spin around. That's why I like the spin fuser in Tribes. It's a cool gun. So far, my experience has been very positive. I think the movement is very smooth. It feels a lot like Tribes Ascend, just with, you know, unbelievable graphics. I think these graphics are incredible. It's Tribes Ascend basically with updated graphics, and I like that. Now, one thing I think is kind of weird in this game is their pricing. Now, the game itself is actually quite cheap. You know, it just came out today. I got it for a little over $17. This game is only about 20 bucks to buy. Now, that said, there are microtransactions in this game. There are DLCs available to purchase, and there is no in-game currency. Now, we will see how this pans out. It is very interesting because usually when games have microtransactions, they do have in-game currency as well, but this game does not, at least as of right now. So we shall see how that pans out for them. Ooh. Oh, nice, dude. Yeah, the combat in this game is super satisfying. Ooh. Woohoo! Yeah, this game, I'm loving how this game feels. So we've won every single game I've played, and we've won in ridiculous fashion. We've won like 5-0 every single game. By the way, if you're enjoying the video, feel free to like, comment, subscribe. Now, a criticism, and this seems to be so far the biggest criticism I have for this game, is that it runs very smooth, yes, but it does seem like there are random lag spikes fairly often, and I just see that as something that will get improved as the game goes on. Again, the game just came out today, so it's going to have some issues when it comes to running smoothly. But other than that, this game seems to be running well. I'm getting over 100 FPS. Yeah, things are looking pretty good. It's just, again, there's, like, right there, random lag spikes. One thing I always liked about Tribes is that there are no small maps. All the maps are really dynamic, and they're all really big. It just lends itself to a game that is this fast. Vehicles in other games don't even go as fast as you go normally in Tribes. Well, those are my first impressions of Tribes 3 Rivals. How is it? I think it's got a lot of potential. Obviously, I will be playing this game more in the future. This was just first impressions, but I'm really liking what I'm seeing. And if you're a fan of 90s shooters, if you're a fan of old school fast FPS games, then you should check out Tribes 3 because it's an old school shooter with some awesome graphics. There's nothing to not love. Expect more Tribes content in the future. Well, that's about it for today. So from me to you, thank you very much for watching. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.
Hey, you, don't be a fool. Did you know that a salty Bendro will show that you are super cool? Hey, you, a like will show you rule. It's totally free and guarantee your help will be my fuel.